Hi, a very warm welcome to this presentation. This video is about the proof of concept in which we will use a Beckhoff Twincat PLC as our Internet of Things Foundation device, an IBM IoT Foundation as our IoT platform, and an Android app as IoT application. So going horizontally, we've got a PLC which will be acting as an IoT device and will be transmitting information over the internet. Next, we've got IoT platform, which is IBM IoT Foundation, which will be collecting all the information from the IoT device, which is a PLC. And after that, we will have an Android app, which would be an IOTF, would be a client, which would be retrieving all the information through IoT platform, which the IoTF device, a PLC, is transmitting. This is the part 1 of 3-part video series. In this part, I'm going to demonstrate the connectivity between the PLC, the platform, and the app, and the data exchange between them. In the next video, I'm going to show how to do the data warehousing and data analysis on the cloud server, which is IoT Foundation from IBM. In part 3, I'm going to demonstrate a universal integration with the REST API calls, in which we will test our system by doing RESTful calls, HTTP calls, to retrieve the data with the APIs. Before moving to action, I would like to show you some interesting statistics that I was reading into the white paper from Cisco. It's quite interesting. This says by 2020, the world population would be 7.6 billion, while the connected devices would be 50 billion. And interestingly, connected devices per person would be 6.58, which will include, I guess, cows too. Weird. So let's get started. Here I have the Twincat 3 environment. I've got here some variables, in which I've got one bswitch, which is a bool, itemp, which is a type int, and iPressure, which is a type int again. Just a plain code, nothing fancy, just to give you a proof of concept. Let's start a PLC. Alright, it's running. Now we'll log into the runtime, download our program, and hit run. For demonstration purpose, I have written a small application, a utility, that will act as an emulator that will keep updating the values of variables randomly every 5 seconds. You see, so every 5 seconds it's gonna keep changing the values randomly. And now I'm going to fire up an HMI which has the IOTF device application embedded into it. So as you can see, it's a GUI HMI. Just showing you all the variable values which are running into the PLC here. And this console application is basically a device application which is sensing all the change in the PLC runtime of the variables and transmitting it to the IoT platform, which is I'm going to demonstrate next. Quickly, I'm going to fire up the IBM IoT platform. Okay, here we are. We've got our MAC address here. Okay, it says device is connected, which is our PLC. As you can see, it is the IBM IOTF platform is receiving all the variable values from this application, which is sensing all the changes in the PLC. So here are the values of temperature, pressure, and the bool variable. So again, this is basically IBM IoT Foundation Platform, which is receiving the data from the PLC through this application that is transmitting all the data from the PLC. Okay, next up, I'm going to cast my Android phone screen on my desktop to show you the Android app that I told in the beginning, which will be used reading all the data of the PLC via IBM IoT Foundation server. So, okay, this is the screen of my Android phone. This is the application that I'm running on my phone. So now I'm going to hit connect to the platform. So basically this is the same device ID that I've used into the IBM platform, the device ID, and basically the IoT SQS sensor. It is the sensor type for the IBM IoT devices. I'm going to hit connect. So as you can see, it is connected. Okay, changing our device type to test type and hit connect to platform once again. So as you can see, it is connected. It says connected here, and it says devices online, which is the PLC, and it is receiving all the data from the PLC via IBM IoT Cloud, which is the raw data. As I discussed in this video, I will demonstrate it to you only the connectivity part and the data exchange mechanism. So once again, going horizontally, we've got PLC, Beckhoff PLC, which has got 3 variables. We have an application, a sensor emulator, which is manipulating those variable values every 5 seconds. So whenever there's a change in PLC runtime of the variables, the HMI application, which has this console application embedded into it, senses the change, picks the change, reads it, and transmits it through into a JSON format to the IBM IoT platform, which is this one, and it collects all the data from the device. And then we've got our Android application. Oops. here, which is constantly retrieving the values, the change in values in the PLC. So hit disconnect, so it's disconnected, it connects again, there you go. So now quickly pop up the PLC runtime and for some values. So at the moment, so the boolean is false, then to make it true, false it, there you go, true, true here like once again, going back, released, false, rather right value this time, and there you go, it's false here, and then we go here, see, application value turned false from true. And that's about it. Thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.